I was talking to my business partner on the phone one night, telling her, I haven't done anything. It's been a year. I've done nothing, and just whining. And she was like, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I just want to open up a restaurant and let these kids run it. She's like, that's a really cool idea. My name is Chad Hauser. I am the executive director and executive chef of Cafe Momentum. I grew up in a very white middle-class neighborhood in Allen. Every Sunday, my family got together. We would go to the Grove and have Sunday supper at my grandparents' house. And it was very important. Food became something more than just eating. It became, you weren't just nurturing your appetite or your belly, you were nurturing your soul. It was about camaraderie, it was about family, it was about love. When I first started cooking, I think my first goal was to not make a fool out of myself, not cut myself in the middle of cooking, and not burn myself. I think with anybody in culinary school, the ultimate goal is honestly to A, become an executive chef, and B, own your own restaurant. But I think that you have no idea how you're gonna do it for a long, long time. In full disclosure, I have to give credit for the name Cafe Momentum to my former business partner, Janice. She's the one that thought of it. It essentially describes everything that we do. We're creating momentum for these kids to build upon the rest of their lives. The juvenile justice system has a term to describe the population of kids that we work with, and that term is throwaway. It's a term that I think is so offensive when you think about describing a child. But the more you work with these kids, the more that you realize that the term is accurate. Throwaway means to be simply discarded. Since the day they were born, since we began Cafe Momentum, we've always referred to ourselves in context of the interns as the Cafe Momentum family. The internship at Cafe Momentum is 12 months long. We currently have about 60 interns between our orientation program and the actual internship. The interns have to work their way through 5 stations in the restaurant over the course of 12 months. And that includes washing dishes, 2 stations in the kitchen, bussing tables, and waiting tables. So their days vary from week to week and month to month based on what station they're working in the restaurant. The interns treat the opportunity at Cafe Momentum in different ways at different times. And by that, I simply mean these are kids that grow up in a world where they're just trying to survive, and survive at the core sense, right? Like they don't know where they're gonna be sleeping at night. They don't know when their next meal is gonna come. They don't know if they're gonna make it from the bus stop to home without getting beat up or shot at. I think the most surprising thing to me regarding the interaction between the guests and the interns is the quantity and quality of education that they're both giving one another on any given night. And by meeting these kids, they're not only learning about the poverty and the food deserts and everything going on in the city, but also how they can be a part of the solution just by sitting and having a wonderful meal. And on the other side of the table, no pun intended, the kids are coming into a restaurant in the heart of Dallas, in downtown Dallas. These are kids that typically don't leave their neighborhoods. Those stereotypes are being broken, and our interns are beginning to realize that they're no longer a citizen of their neighborhood, but they're a citizen of Dallas, Texas. And when you begin to look at yourself in a much bigger picture like that, it's a very empowering feeling. You begin to feel like you are important, you do matter, and that you have rights and abilities and tools and resources and help to really, truly change your life. I think the true beauty of Cafe Momentum is it's shaping a conversation in Dallas amongst various members of the community who truly up until a year ago didn't know that the other existed. When you come eat at this restaurant, you're watching the change happen before your eyes, and you're engaging in the change. Just by having a wonderful meal, you are seeing the results of your support. In opening Cafe Momentum, it's kind of a testament to that very thing. It goes back to the actual love of cooking and those Sunday suppers, what those Sunday suppers meant to me, and how I can create a Sunday supper every night in a restaurant for people that I love and care about.
可以，一样可以进我们的